What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new news video. Today what I have for you guys, we're going to be talking about everything you need to know in regards to Season 4's DMZ. We have a brand new update, a whole lot of overhaul changes, and so much going on with the Season 4 update that I want to cover for you guys in today's video. Now, the last video that I posted pretty much covered everything you need to know about Season 4 in general, from Modern Warfare 2 to the new map to Warzone, everything you need to know. So if you missed that video, the link is in the description, check it out. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's get into today's video. With the launch of Season 4, we're going to be receiving Vondel. That's going to be the brand new map. Now, the good news is right at launch, Vondel is going to be available for you to play on DMZ as well as on Warzone. It's going to be able to carry 18 players in DMZ. So for those of you guys who don't want to really deal with all that many real players, that's going to be a great map for you to play DMZ on. And also in Warzone, it's going to carry 72 players. So it's a medium-sized map, a little bit bigger than Ashika Island, a little bit smaller than Al Mazrah. So that perfect in-between balance between those two maps. Now, another thing that I wanted to point out is there's also going to be dynamic weather. So you remember how we've talked about this in the past where dynamic weather was going to be a thing? Pretty much going to be introducing it in Season 4. They say right here, because Vondel is built atop of network of canals and is technically below sea level, this location is subject to fog during certain inclement weather changes or conditions. Initial intel suggests that fog could be present during DMZ infiltrations as well as on very rare instances in other game modes, which means they're talking about Warzone. So the majority of the time, for those of you guys who play Warzone, it should be sunny. You won't really have to deal with that. But in DMZ, it's going to be changing up the pace a little bit more often. So I think that's good news, just to give some variety to DMZ. They ended up giving us an example of what this fog is going to look like in the screenshot that I provided you, and it's going to be somewhat to this. So you won't really be able to see all that much. It does go away. It doesn't stay there for that long. So apparently you could just hide out in a building, loot up a building while you're doing that, or you can actually try and exfil at a time like this, so that way you don't get eliminated by other players when you're trying to leave. But this is what the fog is going to be. That's one of the new features that we are going to be receiving. Another new feature that we have is called the Forward Operating Base, which is a central hub for DMZ. Real quickly before I get into that, if you are not subscribed, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. A good 89% of our viewers are not yet subscribed, so I just wanted to remind you guys, if you are finding these videos informative, don't forget to sub. But anyways, what this brand new feature is, it says it's a more centralized hub for all communications and operator upgrades within DMZ is coming to Season 4. Known as the Forward Operating Base, which is FOB, this menu system allows operators to complete objectives to earn a variety of upgrades to use across DMZ. These upgrades come in 4 different categories. These 4 new features are going to be Stash, which is wallet and key stash sizes increases, Weapons Locker, which is insured and contraband armaments and upgrades, Bounty Board for exfil bartering receipts and buy station discounts, communication stations allowing urgent mission access. All operator upgrades within the Forward Operating Base are passive, don't need to be equipped, and allow you for efficient progress across all aspects of DMZ. Now, using this, it says right here, urgent missions, reputation with factions, and wars. So this is where we get into the reputation system that we talked about in the past. So it says within the FOB, you can unlock urgent missions. These are the new type of faction requested tasks. They are usually quicker to complete and provide an excellent way to earn faction reputation, unlock more story missions, thus giving faction missions even more agency. So to summarize it, they're basically making agencies a little bit more important and more unique from each other. It says specifically, urgent missions completion grants a track reputation with individual factions all known in the Forward Operating Base, along with your objectives that allow you to unlock insured slots and out-of-game wallet, as well as expanding DMZ elements like contraband, stash, key stash, and wallet capacity. And yes, DMZ will now let you keep extracted cash. So that's another new feature that we have. You can now exfiltrate with your cash. You'll put it in a wallet, and you can choose whether you want to exfil the cash to do challenges, or if you want to save them and keep them for next time and be able to use them in the stores or in the buy stations. They don't necessarily mention exactly what you're going to be able to do with the reputation. As we mentioned before, the reputation was supposed to allow you to be able to go to these factions bases, be allies with the AIs, and not really get shot at by them. They didn't necessarily mention anything here in regards to that to the patch notes. I think they are going to be making another separate blog post for DMZ in the future, or when the time comes for the patch notes and things like that, which we'll be talking about later. But as of right now, they have confirmed to us that the reputation system, this brand new FOB system, is coming into the game. Let's go on to the next topic that we have, which is the new content we have. So we have something called the Phalanx Faction, which is going to be coming in. There's more intel to come on DMZ, including additional details on new and refreshed missions, urgent missions, and clandestine faction known as Phalanx. That is redacted and is the signal intelligence contract. Expect declassification on all this info and more in a special Infinity War DMZ community update on June 9th. So right before the update, which is in a couple days from now, they're going to be doing another DMZ blog post, which I'll be making another video on that for you guys. It says, however, do not expect the new boss redacted, a vehicular redacted, and a weapon case reward such as redacted to be declassified until the start of season 4. Basically, we're going to be receiving a new faction, 2 sets of bosses that are probably going to be on this new Vondel map. There's also going to be a weapon case, and as you guys know, with the weapon cases, there's always around 6 to 7 rewards that you're going to be able to claim from them by doing them and exfiltrating with them. Now, the good news is there's a lot of content involved. There's even more surprises that they're mentioning here that they are going to give us in the next blog post, but the bad news is obviously the DMZ wipe or full reset that is going to be happening. So I know we've talked about this in the past, but I wanted to explain all the new content first before I talked about this. So hopefully it made a little bit more sense on why they have to do this. So as you see, with the new FOB system that they have, with the new way that you're going to be able to unlock your different weapon categories and unlock different things, do missions, and complete your factions and tiers and all that, they have to do this reset. They have to erase everything. The only thing as of right now that we know that you're going to be able to keep are the rewards. So if you've gotten any rewards by completing any challenges such as blueprints or any weapon case rewards that you may have exfilled with, those you get to keep. We'll never obviously be able to touch your rewards. So if you ended up getting the Heated Madness blueprint, or I guess you got some of the parts for them already, you get to keep those and you will not be able to lose them. But we'll have to reset everything else, which includes contrabands, keys, and mission inventories. Those will be emptied. Assured weapon slots are also going to be reset. So if you have the second or third one unlocked, which I understand was very hard to do, I still haven't even been able to get my third one. So I really do understand how hard it is. They're going to actually reset those as well. And then everything else such as earned rewards, skins, calling cards, as I mentioned, are not going to be affected. So that's the reason why they have to do this full-on reset, because there's just going to be a bunch of brand new content that's going to be included. I don't really agree with it, but it's understandable from their point of view why they have to do what they have to do. But what are your thoughts and opinions on this DMZ update? Do you think it's actually going to be enjoyable? Do you think it's going to be fun? Obviously, a lot of the stuff that they mentioned is going to be coming in. This is only in the beginning of Season 4. With Season 4 Reloaded, there's obviously going to be a lot more content that's going to be involved. I am super excited for the launch of Season 4. There's also going to be a gameplay trailer, which is going to be going live on Thursday during the Summer Games Fest. I will be making another video separately to break down all the details of that. And then we also have this DMZ blog post that's going to be going up on the night that they've mentioned, which I'll be making yet another video on to explain everything that you guys need to know in full-on detail, so that way you guys are up to date and you don't miss out on anything. Now, if there's anything else you guys want me to talk about or cover in regards to Season 4, feel free to comment it down below. Currently, I'm working on a video to try and collect as much information on the Battle Pass for you guys. We know that Nikto is going to be the tier 100, but I know that a lot of you guys are interested in seeing what else the Battle Pass is going to have, so I'm working on that. We're also going to be talking about the bundles that are going to be coming in with Season 4, also the free rewards you're going to be able to get. There's a lot of content that is in store for us, and I'm super excited for this brand new update. So if you found today's video informative and helpful, consider hitting that subscribe button. That's all that I got for you guys. It's been your boy Trizzle. Hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back on the channel again. Peace.